Love does not consist of gazing at each other, but in looking outward together in the same direction. All grown-ups were once children, but only few of them remember it. It is the time you have wasted for your rose that makes your rose so important. What makes the desert beautiful, said the little prince, is that somewhere it hides a well. The most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or touched, they are felt with the heart. Well, I must endure the presence of a few caterpillars if I wish to become acquainted with the butterflies. It is such a mysterious place, the land of tears. You see, one loves the sunset when one is so sad. You become responsible, forever, for what you have tamed. If you love a flower that lives on a star, it is sweet to look at the sky at night. All the stars are abloom with flowers. I shall look at you out of the corner of my eye, and you will say nothing. Words are the source of misunderstandings. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Perfection is achieved, not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. You're beautiful, but you're empty. No one could die for you. True love begins when nothing is looked for in return. I remember the fox. One runs the risk of crying a bit if one allows oneself to be tamed. When someone blushes, doesn't that mean yes? I did not know how to reach him, how to catch up with him. The land of tears is so mysterious. No single event can awaken within us a stranger whose existence we had never suspected. To live is to be slowly born. Love consists of not looking each other in the eye, but of looking outwardly in the same direction. To forget a friend is sad. Not everyone has had a friend. I am who I am and I have the need to be. But if you come at just any time, I shall never know at what hour my heart is to be ready to greet you. No one is ever satisfied where he is. I was too young to know how to love her. What saves a man is to take a step. Then another step. I wonder, he said, whether the stars are set alight in heaven so that one day each one of us may find his own again. Of course, I love you, the flower said to him. If you were not aware of it, it was my fault. Words are the source of misunderstandings. Tell me who admires and loves you, and I will tell you who you are. If you come at 4 in the afternoon, I'll begin to be happy by 3. But the conceited man did not hear him. Conceited people never hear anything but praise. One runs the risk of weeping a little, if one lets himself be tamed. The only things you learn are the things you tame. But eyes are blind. You have to look with the heart. I am beginning to understand, said the little prince. There is a flower. I think that she has tamed me. Only the children know what they are looking for. A single event can awaken within us a stranger totally unknown to us. To live is to be slowly born. The time for action is now. It's never too late to do something. Look at the sky. Ask yourselves, has the sheep eaten the flower, yes or no? And you will see how everything changes. It is much more difficult to judge oneself than to judge others. The thing that is important is the thing that is not seen. In every crowd are certain persons who seem just like the rest, yet they bear amazing messages. What does tamed mean? It's something that's been too often neglected. It means to create ties. No individual is isolated. He who is sad, saddens others. Love is not just looking at each other, it's looking in the same direction. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. He fell as gently as a tree falls. There was not even any sound. He who must travel happily must travel light. Each man must look to himself to teach him the meaning of life. It is not something discovered, it is something molded. It is such a secret place, the land of tears. I know but one freedom, and that is the freedom of the mind. You will have 500 million little bells, and I shall have 500 million springs of fresh water. You're not a man, you're a mushroom. The house, the stars, the desert, what gives them their beauty is something that is invisible. Ephemeral it means which is in danger of speedy disappearance. Sometimes, there is no harm in putting off a piece of work until another day. If you love a flower which happens to be on a star, it is sweet at night to gaze at the sky. All the stars are a riot of flowers. No one is ever satisfied where he is, only the children know what they're looking for. Trying to be witty leads to lying, more or less.